In his lectures and writings, Neville Goddard shared a variety of techniques for manifesting money, love, and other things. However, Neville Goddard's techniques are unfortunately not well understood. In today's video, I'll show you a practical technique I picked up from Neville Goddard. This approach is the most effective one, but it's also the simplest. It demands that you breathe. Therefore, breathing technique is a suitable name. However, how can you use the breathing technique? What should you watch out for? And why is this simple approach so successful? We'll discuss this in the video today. Before I walk you through the procedure, I want you to subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon for the most recent videos on our YouTube channel. So let's get started right away. It's true that not many people are aware of the techniques Neville Goddard advised us to employ in order to draw things into our lives. People just know about his beliefs. They specifically contend that Neville Goddard did not offer a method for manifesting money. None of Neville Goddard's methods for manifesting cash have been discovered. Those who have studied Neville Goddard's teachings are familiar with some of his methods, such as the SATS technique and the ladder climbing technique. Neville Goddard provides us with a range of methods for assisting us in creating the life we want. He made more recommendations on how to draw money, wealth, and abundance. Anyway, today we're going to speak about the breathing technique proposed by Neville Goddard, which you may use to manifest anything you desire. You are aware that consciousness, imagination, and presumptions are Neville Goddard's main areas of interest. And he asserted that all it takes is creativity to create anything. You can become whoever you want to be because to the strength of your imagination. As a result, this breathing technique makes use of both breathing and imagination. Let me now demonstrate how to do this activity. Your objectives must first be distinctly stated. This stage is essential since manifestation depends on what you want. Therefore, you must be certain of what you want. We frequently find it difficult to make decisions in our daily life. It is a fact. What are we after? Some people are really unsure of their own best interests and the best course for success. Therefore, start by talking to yourself. Sit alone and converse with yourself. What do you want? What are your long-term goals? And what is the best scenario for the future? Take as much time as you need. Clarity is important irrespective of who you are or the subjects we're talking about. Clarity is necessary because your mind is unable to form decisions. Confusion keeps you from taking action. Consequently, you keep making mistakes in this way. Think about your current position and pinpoint the component that can help you succeed in life. Let's say you ask yourself what you want, and you discover that you need money. The next question should be, how much money do I need? Take into account that the answer is $10,000. You can then precisely specify your needs as a result. Many people try to manifest several things at once. For instance, some people seek to manifest money and a specific person at the same time. Of course, some people also hope to attract a career and a specific someone at the same time. However, I suggest that you only make one manifestation at once. By using this strategy, you can manifest one thing at a moment before moving on to the next. If you try to satisfy two or more of your desires, you might not be able to think clearly or use your imagination very well. So, relax for a moment and think about what you want to manifest after such an action. Never stop moving forward. The following stage is to write a scene. You understand that the breathing exercise calls for creativity. Therefore, for effective imagination, having a clear mental image of everything is required. Let's say you want to make money materialize. You must create a scenario in which you receive money, including the person who will give it to you, what you will say to him, the purpose for which you intend to spend it, and the level of happiness it will bring you. You must visualize the situation in that manner. You must therefore construct a scene that will play while you breathe. Utilize all of your senses and incorporate sensations and emotions into your setting to make it seem authentic. For example, if you want to manifest $10,000, the scene should look like this. A dear friend calls you and is delighted to inform you that he has won the lottery and would be giving you $10,000 instead of the other friend he had promised to give $10,000 to if he wins. Create the scene you want, but do it well. When you have the money, it should be a reflection of how you will act, feel, and speak. Let me mention that the success of the activity depends on your imagination. You should also picture the scene you'll be writing. As a result, the scene you want to write is what drives the entire process. So, try to write as clearly as you can. You should record the dialogue script if your scenario include character-to-character dialogue. Where will everything happen and how will it happen? Be precise and convey all pertinent information in writing. After finishing this, you'll need to see this scene in your head. You now realize that the actual task at hand is this. You'll be taking deep breaths while contemplating here. Choose a peaceful space in your house or another quiet location. Just go there and wait for it to begin. You'll need to sit there and imagine the scene. Imagine what you just written. Close your eyes, settle into a comfy chair, and picture the scene. Visualize the situation in detail. Feel it, think it, and behave as though you are a part of it. Use all of your senses to feel it and see it with your eyes, touch it, listen with your ears. If the surroundings appeals to all of your senses, you can materialize with ease. As a result, when composing the scene, consider the senses of seeing, hearing, and touching. When you picture a scene while you're meditating, it really gives the scene a more real-life feel. Slow, deep breathing. It seems as though you are piling things high. Imagine it continuously while taking breaths in and out. Loop the scene and let it play. As many times as you can while being completely focused, try to picture the scene. If you can't focus, you won't feel it as real. It won't be possible for you to express it this way. I'm asking you to apply this strategy only when you're totally at peace because of this. Neville Goddard believed that in order to focus and feel comfortable, you had to be wherever you were and doing whatever it was you were doing. That's it for now. This is a necessary condition for imagination. Think about viewing it repeatedly until you can feel it. It's possible that you initially doubt its validity. You will feel as though this scene is real if you give it all of your focus and effort. And that is how it is done. Keep your cool once your practice is over. Neville Goddard commented, "You've manifested everything already. It's all yours already. You are the owner of your own thoughts. You acted as you had planned as a result. Because it is real and has already happened in your life, you should have faith that you have accepted it. Act as if your wish has already been fulfilled to begin with. As soon as you attain your goal, your reality will also change. Therefore, alter your external reality. You should start acting as if you are already affluent if your goal is to obtain money. Your actions, speech, and even your movements should all demonstrate that you have succeeded in your mission. You probably already know that Neville Goddard argued that your universe is a creation of your mind if you've read any of his publications. You are thus scripting your three-dimensional reality when you choose your imagination and use your own hands to sketch out a scene. As a result, you already know exactly what will happen next. Your imagination will come true. So be prepared to accept what you asked for and receive what you desire. It is now yours and will come into your life in the upcoming days. Be dependable. Don't question your ownership. It is and always will be yours. When you imagine something, on the other hand, you actually give it life in your head. It is already a reality because it was already created when you conceived the notion. You should now go towards the area where your desire resides. Enter a position where you have what you want and leave the one where you lack what you want. This is what we mean by consciousness. Anything we can imagine exists in the universe. Hence, anything is possible, according to Neville Goddard. Because everything existing in the third dimension, nothing needs to be created there. The universe contains everything we can imagine, but we can only experience what we are aware of. Therefore, if you want to experience the desired reality, becoming aware of its truth and living in the state of having it in your life are both required. This is the only method to accomplish what you want. all of the power and energy in the universe belong to you alone, because everything else in the world is dead, and only you are still alive. You are therefore more powerful than you think. This kind of desire pushes the boundaries and makes you the person you've always wanted to be. You receive boundless strength as a result. You have the ability to make decisions, change your course, and follow through on them when you are alive. That suggests that you are the author and have the ability to create the world that you experience. You are God in your own eyes because you are aware that your thoughts, decisions, actions, and behavior are all impacted by your imagination and consciousness, which implies that consciousness is God. The only thing you have is your imagination, and when you have control over your imagination, you can influence what happens. You can control the course of events with your imagination. I urge you to think clearly and imaginatively while utilizing Neville Goddard's breathing technique. Because of this, you can alter the course of events with this method. Utilize this technique with the belief that you can affect change and that your imagination has this capacity. I can promise you that reality is shaped by your imagination. This method also teaches you how to think so that you can design the world you want. If you give it a few days, it will happen. I'll make it happen, I promise. I'm grateful that you watched this video, friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel to become a part of our manifesting community. Enjoy manifesting.